Jeffrey finally sits down to work. He finally musters up the motivation, the discipline, the willpower to actually sit down to work. But what now? He can't focus. He's distracted by his phone. He's distracted by the emails that he's getting from his laptop. But on the other side of the spectrum, we have Adonis. Adonis is a productive Chad. He is super productive and he's super disciplined. He wakes up at 5 a.m. every single day to sit down to work. And he's super focused, he's super disciplined, he's super productive when he sits down to work. Why can't we all be like Adonis? I'll tell you a story. 2 years ago, I used to be exactly like Jeffrey. Whenever I'd sit down to work, I couldn't focus. I was constantly distracted by my iPad, notifications from Instagram, DMs from Instagram, notifications from YouTube. I was distracted by the fly flying around me and people coming inside my room to tell me that dinner is ready. I used to struggle with focusing while working. But then I changed my life. I changed my life by learning how to work productively. And I'm here to do the same for you right now in this video. But before we get to that, I want to tell you about something else. By clicking the top link in the description down below, you can book a free call with me to fix your productivity, discipline, and consistency. And by clicking the second link in the description down below, you can subscribe to my daily email newsletter for more productivity insights just like this in your inbox every single day. So if you're interested in any of that, check the description down below. So let's get straight to it. How to work productively. Number one, remove distractions. I'll tell you a story. I once sat down to work. I had this super big assignment and I sat down to work. Okay. I had my notebook in my hand, I had my pen in my hand, and I was ready to work and yeah, take notes and all that shit for history. It was a history assignment. So I opened up my pen and I started writing shit down. And 5 minutes later, I lost focus, I lost determination, I was distracted. And right after 5 minutes of starting my assignment, I closed my notebook, put it to the side, closed the laptop, stood up from my chair, and went on with the day. Why? Because I was distracted. I was distracted by people coming into my room. I was distracted by social media notifications. I was distracted by the fly flying around me. Because as you see, there are distractions all around you. You get distracted while working. Why? Because you don't know how to think. You're an absolute pussy. You're an absolute jackass. You don't know how to think. You've consumed so much social media, all of this bad content, all of this bad dopamine, which leads you to not have the ability to think, not have the ability to think for yourself. Other people are thinking for yourself instead. They are programming you to the way they want you to live. Who wants to live that life? Take control of your life. And you don't have control of your life because of you're on social media, because we are in an active war against social media. Social media is destroying society. People are killing themselves because of social media. It is leading to mass suicide. We have to stop social media once and for all. Me and you, we have to gang up together as a group to go on a war against social media, to make society better, because people have stopped thinking about themselves. Instead, they think about what Kim Kardashian is doing. That's not going to benefit them at all. It is destroying society. Society was better before social media. And that is exactly why we have to eliminate it and eradicate it from society. So let's gang up together to go on a war against social media and make the world a better place again. So how do you remove distractions? Number one, ask yourself, what distracts me when I sit down to work? The next time you sit down to work, I want you to be conscious with yourself. Be within yourself. Actually be present while you're working. So for example, you have to work on your online business. So what you're gonna do? You sit down to work on your chair, you fix your posture and all that, and you start working. You start typing on the laptop or the PC, and you notice yourself getting distracted by your phone. So what do? You're conscious with yourself, so you're gonna eliminate that distraction. Now you know that you get distracted by your phone when you're working. That's a new data set. Now you know what distracts you while you're working. So what is the next step? The second step is to eliminate it and eradicate that distraction from your environment. So now you realize that your phone distracts you. Now what? Now you have to take that phone, take the garbage can, or just throw it inside. Okay, that's a bit way too much, but eliminate it. Just disable all your phone notifications or give your phone to your mom or your brother so it's not right in front of you, because when a distraction is not right in front of you, you will not actually want to do it. You will not want to use your phone if it's not right in front of you. So actually apply that to your life and remove distractions from your environment. If you can't see it, you will not do it, because it's all about monkey see, monkey do. If the monkey can't see, it can do. So remove all distractions from your environment by being conscious while working. Second, identifying all those things which distract you. And third, eliminating those distractions. It's that simple. Moving on. The second tip to actually start working productively is setting an end timer and end goal. Now I'll tell you a story. I sat down to study for my biology exam, which was a day after that. So I was sitting there with my biology textbook, just like this, and I kept reading that book over and over and over and over and over. And I spent like around 2 to 3 hours just reading that book alone. And what happened? I got nothing done. I memorized nothing. I prepared nothing. Why? Because I didn't have an end timer or an end goal. Because people don't even know when they get to work, when they sit down to study, what they have to get done and how much time. They're gone fucking mad. They can't think for themselves again. They can't think with logic. They just do whatever other people tell them to do. Oh, just take your textbook or take your laptop and just work and study for like 2 to 3 hours, not knowing where you will end up at the end of the study session or the work session. That's not how the shit works. And that is exactly why I want you to implement end goals and end timers whenever you're working or studying. So how do you implement them? Number one, ask yourself, how much time will a specific task take? Like for example, if you're reading 10 pages of a book, how much time will that take? 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So that is your end timer. Second, choose an end goal. Set an end goal for yourself. What do you want to achieve by the end of that, or at those 15 to 20 minutes? By the end of that allocated time, what do you want to achieve? I want to get done with 15 to 20 pages in 15 to 20 minutes. That is how you set an end timer and an end goal. And what this does is actually it forces your brain to concentrate and focus on whatever it's doing, because your brain now knows that it's running low on time, because it doesn't have that much time to get done with a lot of things. So it's forced to focus. It बोलिए क्या हुआ? आ रहा हूँ So your brain is forced to focus on that task. It's forced to concentrate. It's forced to remove and eliminate distractions from your environment. So start doing that from now on. Start setting an end timer and an end goal whenever you sit down to study or work. Moving on. The third and final tip to start working productively is doing the hardest task first. To tell you a story, I started to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. I used to wake up at 5 a.m. and I was like, yes, I woke up at 5 a.m. Now I can be super productive. Now I can be super disciplined. But what happened after that? I didn't get anything done because I was an absolute pussy. I was an absolute jack off. I thought to myself, I don't want to do the hard tasks. Let's get done with the easy shit right now. I don't have the energy. I don't have blah 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 whatever. I made excuses to not get the hard shit done. And what happened because of that? I wasn't productive. I wasn't disciplined. my mental health went into the bin. Because many people are just like this. They're absolute pussies, they're absolute nerds, absolute geeks. They don't want to get hard things done as soon as they wake up. They want to get done with easy shit. Oh, I will just check my emails as soon as I wake up. That shit won't work. So stop doing that shit. Stop doing easy shit. Start getting done with hard shit as soon as you wake up. So from now on, whenever you wake up 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., I prefer waking up early. Do the hardest task first. Like for example, for me the hardest task is to record YouTube videos as soon as I wake up. So I do that as soon as I wake up. I wash my face, I sit down, I write my script down and record these YouTube videos. I upload them to YouTube after that. It is that simple. Do the hardest task of the day as soon as you wake up. Why? Because you have the 100% of your energy, 100% of your willpower as soon as you wake up. And when you waste that energy or willpower on easy tasks like checking your email, then you're just wasting your energy. You could have used that energy for a lot of better things. So start using your energy on the right things as soon as you wake up. Do the hardest task of the day first. Identify what is the hardest task of the day for you, and as soon as you wake up, get straight to that hardest task. Now I know that life is hard for you. Life was hard for me, especially when I was starting out. Like improving yourself and becoming productive and becoming disciplined is hard for you, and I truly understand that. But there is also one thing that you have to understand, that you have to focus on, that you can't always be like this. You have to change sometime, because change is inevitable. Change will happen if you want it or not. Change will happen if you want it or not. So why not change for good? Why do you want to end up on the bad side of history? Everybody wants to end up on the good side of history. So why don't you work hard every single day? Be productive, be disciplined every single day in order to end up on the good side of history. Because if you do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, if you're disciplined, if you're productive, if you're progressing towards your goals, just remember that I'm rooting for you every single step of the way. I'm supporting you every single step of the way. Click the first link in the description down below to book a free call with me, and click the second link in the description down below to subscribe to my daily email newsletter for more productivity insights just like this in your inbox every single day. Thank you for watching, and remember, action over words.